What's up, everybody?
What's up, Svet?
What's up, man? Welcome to the ZAR Athletica Christmas Special for 2020. Yay!
Santa and the elves.
Yeah, Santa and the elves.
Who's Santa?
This is we're the
They're
Santa.
the Santa team. It's like a debate. Santas and elves. Santas and elves.
Let's add that to decide who's who, eh?
Yeah.
Vote in the link below.
Who wore it better? The hat.
Boys, girls, what a year.
Big year, man. 2020.
Big year. We made it. We made it, Mom, to December.
No, the truth.
It's been fun.
It's almost vaccination time. Almost vaccination time, bro. 2020. What day is it?
23rd of December. Last practice day of 2020.
It's good.
Care to comment?
Yeah.
No, I got nothing. It's been a good year. It's been a great year. I've really loved working alongside all of you for the last 8 months, 10 months.
Yeah.
It's been great. I'm looking forward to another year. Hopefully it's going to be much better. Yeah, less gym closures, more gains. Yeah.
How long were we shut?
We were shut for 2 or 3 months. I know the gym closure started in March.
Yeah.
It was like 21st of March, I think, somewhere there.
Yeah. It was an interesting year. A lot of people either had a really good year or a really average year. What do you reckon?
Really good year.
Yeah.
I actually I know it was a rough year, but I had a good year.
Yeah. That.
I used the time during the lockdown pretty well, I think. Did some self-development, some business development, some ZAR development. I think we came back heaps stronger. Like it was almost like a little blessing in disguise. Like it was rough to get through, but I reckon everyone here kind of took the right steps, and then we came back and just kept on rolling. I couldn't have really asked for much more this year. Thank you, team. Thank you, all of you. It's been great. Hopefully next year we hit it harder, have a good rest, have some tequilas. We're allowed to say tequilas on a gym-related podcast. Yeah. Have some tequilas and then come back and work it all off. So yeah, should be good.
Yeah, I think from me, man, it was interesting in like COVID lockdown prep. I feel like as a unit and as a team, it was like a really cool experience because it was very uncertain. We didn't know what was going on, but we all we knew, oh shit, pandemic.
Bro, I called the lockdown months in advance.
that
I was
is
just like, we're closing down. Remember how excited I was?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Arief was you were setting up your gym at home.
Haven't used so much sanitizer in my life.
Remember what you were saying? You were like, holidays come,
Yeah,
bro. We're going on holidays.
Holidays in March.
He just wanted to be at home with his cat.
Yeah.
That's it.
I got a puppy today.
A dog.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I got a puppy today.
Well, you got a car? and a-
Cavoodle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know.
What's his name?
I don't know. We just got him like an hour ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, call the dog cat.
I don't know. I'm gonna name him after another DJ.
DJ?
Yeah, because
Warface.
one of my cats, Sepha. Warface or Angerfist? What do you reckon? Vote down below.
Man, cats are meant to have cute names.
No, it's a cavoodle.
I mean dogs. Dogs and cats, man. Warface. It doesn't suit a
So Arief, I remember clearly you saying a while back when we hang out at Svet's place that you'll never get a dog because you've got a cat. You don't need a dog.
It was gifted.
Oh.
There's no return
Yeah,
address.
okay.
Yeah.
That explains then.
Enough about the dog.
Wendy doesn't know about it.
Nah, she just got it an hour ago.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's cool, lads.
It's gonna be a busy break.
Yeah, you just
How
got
many cats do you have?
2.
Oh, so 2 cats, 1 dog. And that you dog sit that other dog. That's your brother's dog. Oh no.
No, only sometimes.
Oh.
Only when he goes.
Tonka.
Yeah. That's it.
with the lockdowns, what I detected is it was like a really nice coming together of our team. Like it was like, do you know what I mean? When we were trying to plan out what was going on and how we were going to address it, we were all like, oh, this is strange. Like we've never had to deal with this as a unit. And then, you know, we're checking in, we're reading the guidelines, seeing what the health minister is saying, trying to figure out what's going on. But I really enjoyed that experience and that side of us as a unit traveling through some uncertain waters. I feel like that was a nice experience. It's like weird to say because it was obviously really bad for us. The gym was shut, the pandemic, but I think that helped us as a team.
It was also interesting trying to find ways to keep everyone moving during the lockdown, during the pandemic. I think a lot of people have realized how much exercise affects their everyday life and how much it helps with their mental health and their physical health and stuff like that. So there's definitely, I was messaging you like every day, lemon Brody, Aleco plates.
Yeah.
And then,
I think all of our members and like one-on-one, small group clients, everyone, like we just wanted to keep going. We were walking reformers around Newstead and like delivering equipment to people and dropping stuff off. It was just cool to see everybody go, man, like how can we keep everything going? And we had a lot of support as well, to be honest. Like our whole member client base just really backed us on everything, man. As a new business, it was pretty huge as well. I think it brought like the entire gym together really, because I think a lot of places lost touch maybe with their clients. Like I noticed people were like, man, I haven't heard anything about my gym in like the whole, 3, 4, whatever, 6 month period that it was. Whereas I know I was kind of chatting to most of my clients and a lot of our members and stuff as well. Like on a daily basis, just there was nothing else to do, man. But train at home and like work on some other things and then keep in touch with people that sort of needed it. But I think everybody pulled up well together. And like I said, when it was time to open up again, like the minute that we could, the doors were open, we were ready to go. I mean, everybody was here on board. That was the crazy thing. Like no one was hoping that we like just continued on the whole entire time. And when doors were open, everybody was back in the gym working, training, and I think that's why we've been successful this year, and hopefully we'll continue to do that. It was huge. I learned so much about everyone else as well as a person here. We all worked pretty closely together, and it was good. It showed everybody's character, man. That it's a real team. I've worked in a lot of different clinics and gyms, big ones and small ones, man, and I haven't really seen this kind of team dynamic. From coffee shop to fucking gym, like to yoga to Pilates, everybody fucking came in and just crushed it. It's crazy to see that. Yeah, it's fun.
Shout out to Zoom.
Shout out to Zoom. Thank you.
That's a huge testament that you were able to stay open and work really well as a team, because there's a lot of gyms that closed down during that period as well, and just it's really sad because especially if they've opened recently and then they've closed down, being a new gym in your first year and coming together closer during such a challenging time, like that's powerful. It's really good.
I think I remember saying when we came back, it was like the busiest winter in health and fitness ever.
Yeah, everyone was keen, man. They were like ready to just do something.
Ready to leave the house.
Ready to leave the house, and this was like it was a good place to come to get moving again. So, but I think I don't know. For me as well, I did use it as a little bit of a break. Like I actually worked a lot during COVID, but I spent heaps of time with my family. That was awesome. That was like one of the biggest things. But I think I've ever had a longer period of time, whereas I was able to be at home with them for that long, all day long, and it was good. Like it I don't know, bonded my family together as well. It was cool. And training was actually, since we're a gym, training was like, it was awesome at home, man. I didn't really not mind being in a gym. I like the atmosphere in this gym, and I love that environment. But at the same time, I think at home, I enjoyed it. I could literally get up whenever I felt like doing something. And I was like, I'm gonna go. I just finished lunch, had a nap. I'm gonna go deadlift. So you just walk into your garage and lift. That was actually pretty cool. And it's made me continue to do a lot more home-based stuff as well. Like I got into a good routine and I kept that rolling the whole time. So.
It's good for you. You didn't lose any interest and motivation, like was high up. Because some people like don't find it easy to exercise at home. They lose motivation because the environment is different and all of that. Yeah.
And previously, I know when I haven't had time to get into the gym, I'm like, oh man, home-based workouts, like it's not the same, the atmosphere is not there and whatever. But because it was like you're kind of like forced into that corner, I was like, I'm just gonna get into this as if I'm in a gym, and it helped a lot. And I think I was still a little bit active on like my Instagram with training and that, and I had a lot of feedback about that. People were like, man, you're training at home, I'm gonna train at home as well. So, I think I saw a lot of other trainers obviously doing that and coaches as well, but it seemed to help a lot of our members in community, so that was it was good to do that as well.
I made friends with a girl across like the balcony from me, because we would both be like outside. I'll be like doing yoga and she's like doing HIIT. I was like, hi, and we'd like train together at the same time, every afternoon.
Balcony session.
Yeah, I never got to talk to her in person, but we'd like wait
That's
across
cool,
across like the two buildings. So that was cool. And you see everyone else like outside as well. It was really
It
good.
reminds me of like all the YouTube clips of people in Spain and in Europe during the time, where it was like everyone's in their homes, but they're like singing together, or like one person's playing guitar, like the other person's on the mic.
That was so cool.
Have you seen those?
Yeah. I wish that happened in our
Yeah.
building, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Everyone's just working out, but that's fine.
Everyone's just hitting
Yeah.
yoga and weights.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Can't say I did any workouts at home, man. I just don't know. My things, I suck at doing exercise at home. Even when I was rehabbing my knee, I had to like get out of the living room and like onto my balcony to have like that, leaving like my comfy zone, like relaxing zone, to like the getting after it zone.
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
It's like a mindset thing. So
Yeah.
when I was working out at home, I had to make sure I got into my gym clothes, and then almost imagine you couldn't go back into the house like you were going to the gym.
Yeah.
Just so you're in there and then you finish it and then you head
Come
back
back
in.
in, yeah.
And then that slowly shifted to, let's do some laundry in between sessions.
What about if you had to go get a Coke Zero?
Nah, man. You don't too much
Gar-
burping when
Krispy
you live.
Kremes?
The garage gym is stocked probably.
I was actually contemplating getting a fridge, but nah, not enough room. Yeah. Like one of those glass front ones, so you can just see all the Cokes.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
you would. You would.
Lifting motivation.
Yeah, it's like I'd go to the gym just for that. But how hard was it to get equipment? Every place was sold out.
Yup.
I remember lines outside, and there was only 2 people max in the building total, and it is huge line, everything's sold out, and it's like as people are lining up, stuff's just getting sold, and it's like nothing left.
Yeah.
Man, dumbbells were being sold
Yeah.
like they were gold. It was
Yeah.
like 10 kilo dumbbell, $400. People were building stuff out of like pine wood, man, like squat racks and pretty much any. I'm surprised I didn't see like a wooden barbell.
Yeah.
Loaded up. Right. It was scary, some of the stuff that was getting sold. Booty bands became like
Oh.
Yeah.
the number one sold item in the world. You couldn't even get that. So, yeah.
You wait for everyone to start selling it on Gumtree, bro.
Nah, they already have.
Yeah?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
gonna be
listed,
like
10 times
listed
the
for
price.
ages.
Yeah. It'll be like, come take this away for free. Just
Yeah.
take it out of my house.
Yeah. Take
When
my
this stuff-
Abdul 3000. I've used one. I have.
What are some of your goals going into 2021? Can be anything.
Should we go down the line?
Go,
Or
Nico.
wherever?
Yep.
Okay. Mine is to like stay in alignment with like what I want to achieve. That sounds so like fairy or whatever, but just like feeling good in like whatever it is that I do, my friends, my relationships, work, and just continue serving and holding space for others, but making sure I can fill my cup and give to others as well.
How are you gonna do
Yeah. So letting go of some things that I don't really like, some work that I don't really like enjoying, like I don't enjoy as much that I have to do at the moment, but then replacing it with other things that I enjoy, and then maintaining that. So say like some marketing jobs I don't really like doing as much, and then replacing it with more like yoga or Reiki, things like that.
Making priorities.
Yeah, priorities and sticking to your guns, just keeping to what you like, and not doing other things that make you cry. On the inside, just breaks you. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. And just continuously checking in with yourself. I think that's one of the biggest things, is just check in. How are you feeling? How are you enjoying this? Is it pushing you forward? Is it pulling you back? Is it holding you in one spot? Because if you set up all these goals at the beginning of the year and you're like, yup, New Year's resolutions, and you give yourself like a timeline to do it, but you don't check in with yourself throughout the year, you could get to the end of the year and just realize that none of them align with you anymore, or you haven't even touched any of them. So I think it's really important to continue checking in with yourself constantly. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, yes. My dad had to frame mine. He's like, I'm sick of seeing it all over the floor, so he got me a full frame for it. But yeah, definitely big on vision boards. There's you can do some pretty intense ones, but even just having your goals or what you want to become on there, and just seeing it I am this already, even though you haven't quite reached it. I think that's really powerful. Even just having it on your fridge or somewhere you can see it all the time. Bathroom mirror. It doesn't have to be crazy. But yeah, completely into vision boards.
What are your training goals?
My training goals? To deadlift 100 kilos. No, I'm just joking.
Let's go.
To get to deadlift more. Nah, I really want to practice more handstand work and more arm balances, and just get a lot more stronger in the upper body than everything. Yeah. So get more hit in. Don't do cardio anymore. It's been a while. Yeah.
Not deadlift.
Yeah, I'll get into deadlift. Yeah.
Nika smashed out some serious Copenhagen hangs the other day.
Yeah.
It was
It's a plank.
it was, yeah.
I can
Plank.
see that.
Excited.
Yeah.
Yogis, man.
They can put me in plank for
Yeah.
a while, but then that's it. Yeah.
You smashed out some deadlifts.
Yo,
Once with Greg, I did 95. That was it. But the technique would have been just your back's gonna break. That's probably what was happening.
Build that up.
Yeah.
Alright.
But the technique, what you learn, is insane. And I bring it into my yoga classes as well. So I was trying to explain something about engaging the core. And I did the whole let's grab your
Okay.
abs and engage it and actually feel it. And I was like, okay, that feeling of engagement is what you need to have when you're just standing there. You're not even doing anything, you're just standing tall, you have to be engaged. And that came from
Cool.
squats. That was cool.
so good.
I was like, I'm Svet. Yeah.
Yoga and lifting.
Yoga and lifting. Yes. It's a good combo.
P, what's your
For
goals for the year?
for me, fitness related, I feel really good, and I believe that I've improved a lot, even though I've been going to gyms for many years, but my training was consistent but without any structure, in the past I did see some results and achieved, but nowhere near what I achieved here with the last 12 months. Because training that I started following here, and training I reduced my training from 5 days to 3 days as following program. My coach for the last 12 months was Darko. I was getting advice from Svet and Arief and Jack as well. So they've all been helping me to achieve what I've achieved, which is I was able to do my PB deadlifting 160, 2 sets of 3, which in the past I was nowhere near that. And the main thing is all the achievement, I'm leaner, stronger, physically and mentally, and that's all thanks to the training, thanks to the structure, and all of that's implemented. And I have to say injury free. So the training and lifting heavy and being injury free, that's something that that you can dream of, especially like people of my age. So I feel excellent, really, and I'm grateful for all of your help. And yeah, thank you guys.
You're the most consistent line ever. Every day he's like, I've been reminded a number of times that you've done my program. Yes, I have.
Like I said, I've been consistent before,
Yeah.
but I didn't have the proper structure.
It just goes to show less is more sometimes.
Yeah.
You 3 days a week as opposed to 5, but just doing it right.
Doing it right and
It's
constantly,
like crazy.
all of that correctional procedures and your inputs, like, you know, I've been taking that seriously, like for all of your comments. And then for my next training session, like even before I think about that, like of the comments, using more legs, leaning back, do this, do that. So that checking on myself, what Nika said before, while training, and that's helping me to develop, like, and yeah. So I feel really good.
That's why you're the Jack Barista.
Barista.
That's what it
Dude.
is.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
But also, like as the whole team supporting each other, like on a daily basis, it means a lot. Like we don't have like any holdings. Like we are open, transparent, helping. Like when I ask Jack for a favor, or he asks me, and then we really work great as a team. And I think that's. We're getting that results of being successful, like just because of that as well, because it's a big thing. So no hidden things. Like we are open, we always willing and ready to help each other.
Yeah.
And then all of our members, community, they feel that when they come, whether they come to get a coffee or exercise. I honestly believe that they feel that across the board. They see how we talk to each other, they feel better.
So true, isn't it? Like the vibes and the environment. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people here have also, like, within our community, they've become friends, and like people are hanging out, man, after training and on the weekends and stuff as well. It's been, I haven't really seen that in a lot of places, especially when you got like such a vast group of people, like a variety of people. You got people in their like 20s, 50s, people that are dealing with chronic and acute injuries and stuff, but they're all in the same sort of atmosphere and just like vibing out together. It's really rare to see that. Like you've got gyms, they're like, I know if you're like 60, you go to this gym, and if you're 20, you go to this gym, and if you're injured, you go to this clinic and whatever. Here it's like you've just got, it's so open for everyone to come in.
Everyone is blending nicely, like, you know.
I love it, man. I love coming in here. Since December last year, I think I haven't really felt like cruising in, man. I've done this for like 13 years, 14 years, I think. And you cruise into like some jobs, and yeah, man, like I loved all my clients, but as far as kind of the atmosphere of the places that I've worked in, some days it's on, other days it's like not that good. In here, I've rolled in every single day this year, even when I've had my own personal stuff going on or whatever, and I'm like, I come in here and I'm like, fuck yeah, good day. Like by the time I leave, I'm usually like better off walking out of here than when I roll in. That's pretty rare to say about, especially like I love what I do, but it's still work. I don't think a lot of people can say that about their work. So yeah, I love it. It's probably 80 when I'm still here.
I think the members like actually like hanging out with each other is a cultivation of the environment that they're in, because when you walk into ZAR, you're greeted by your first name constantly all the time, and that even just remembering how many times have you walked into a gym and the receptionist doesn't know your name, and that's not a great feeling. You're there 5-6 days a week, every day, and they don't know your name or they don't remember who you are. But when you come here, constantly being spoken to and addressed by your first name and introduced to the other people, you join the class, hey Sam, this is like the rest of the team or the rest of the people who are trained in your class, and that's how they get to know each other, and that's how those walls are broken down. So definitely a testament to the way that the culture is at ZAR. So yeah.
I feel like sometimes lifting is a bit of a like loner type of training as well. It's not really a team sport, like it's just you doing the lifts on your own and whatever.
There's constantly
That's what I mean, like it's like here.
There's like cheerleaders everywhere.
People get
Even the
around
neighbors
you.
hear that.
Yeah.
Even the
There's
neighbors
all
know.
time.
Neighbors are waking up, going up, up, up. But I don't know who that is. It's Arief.
There's like
Stop yelling, Jack.
there's one coach with the up, up,
No,
up.
no, it's definitely Peter. Definitely.
Cheering constantly. It's definitely a team sport somewhere in there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Svet, why don't you tell us about some of your 2021 goals?
Roger that. Let's go. I think I'm big on goals. In the past, I've there's nothing I like more. Well, one of my favorite things is waking up New Year's Day and just going for like a long cardio session on the beach. It's usually in the past it's been jogging, but now that I'm a power lifter, I might need to make it walking.
Set of 8.
Sort of me coming up. But I like to wake up early in the morning, like January 1, go for a long cardio session on the beach, usually jogging. And I'm talking like hours. And it's usually when I'll like reflect on the year that's just wrapped up. And I also like to set my own goals. Sophia's always talked about vision boards and things, and I haven't messed with them in the past. She's always like, you gotta get a vision board going. But I'm always like just mentally recording it in my mind for like that year. And I do like it. I know it's a corny thing, like that New Year's resolution, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But I try my best to make it legit. Like I legit think of my goals for that year and then I execute. So I've got my personal goal bucket, I've got my training goal bucket, and then I have my professional goal bucket as well. From a personal point of view, I want to continue to grow and work on myself and try and invest time and energy into doing what I need to do to recharge the batteries. And for me, it just so happens to be training, so it sort of flows into that bucket. Reading a book. I've been messing with Audible a lot lately, which has been amazing, man. I don't know, have you guys messed around with Audible much?
Yeah, one free book and you sign up. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spotify podcasts up in here. for me.
Spotify podcast? Yeah. But with Audible, it's like next level because sometimes you're lucky and you get an author reading the book to you, which is so cool. And then there's like
David
extra
Goggins.
things. Yeah. So I think this year with Audible, I've read the most books I've ever read in a year because normally I don't take the time out to sit there and reflect.
How many, bro?
I don't know exactly, but it's gonna
Ballpark.
be, it's gonna be like so,
Recommendations,
it's gonna
that's
be
it.
embarrassing. But I think it's like somewhere between 5 to 10, which
Okay.
for some people might not be a lot of books, but for me in a year, it's like a decent amount.
About 1 a month. That's solid.
Yeah, somewhere, yeah, give or take. So I think in the new year, I want to continue to do more of that, and continue to, do the best that I can every day. Continue to be as present as I can at work and at home. Continue to work on myself in those things, in those little sort of goals that I set for myself. But certainly, Arief's right. Like podcasts, I enjoy so much. I have like different podcast streams that I tap into, like science-based ones, life-based ones, fun ones. From a training point of view, I'm really liking powerlifting, man. I can relate to a lot what Dad's saying about training. Most of us have been in and out of gyms. I know I've been to most gyms in Brisbane. I've worked in a lot of different gyms. Yeah, I've been a part of different exercise physiology gyms, commercial gyms, allied health gyms, this and that. But I think in the last 12 months, I've made some serious improvements with the consistency of my training, I can relate to what Dad's saying. I used to train 5-6 times a week resistance training wise. I've now cut that back to 3. Thanks, Zara. Shout out Coach Waterboy.
Just make sure you hit day 3.
Yeah, man.
Calling you out, Nino.
Yeah.
Hit day 3. If not, you're doing 10s for the rest of your life.
We're gonna tag him in this. Man, what coming to work, going into work mode, and then going into training mode has never been easier in my life. That, like, finishing up with a client, finishing up with members, and then just rolling into deadlifts or squats or getting after it with training has just been amazing. Whereas in the past, I've had to like leave work and like try and like detach, reset, and like go into training mode. And sometimes it would work, sometimes it would fail. Sometimes my work environment wouldn't be that good to facilitate like that serious getting after a training, and then my training would suffer. And it would be like this energy balance of trying to juggle work and then juggle training. Whereas here in the last 12 months, it's just been like this constant. I feel like I haven't even had to juggle it or balance it. It's hard to describe, hard to put in words.
Yeah. I think there's a few factors why that happens. Yeah. You're doing a lot of your sort of coaching at this side of the gym, and then you can sort of check out and go to that side of the gym where all the powerlifting equipment is. And also just having like numbers to hit. You don't know, like you just hit it and that's it, and it's done.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely the programming and having the numbers. Shout out to you for coaching me and helping me out with that stuff, man.
Mr. Consistency.
I appreciate it. I try and be as consistent as I can. I had a little bit of a slip up and there, but across the board, once the programming is there, for me it's easy. It's like I've got to rain, hell or shine. I've got to get these 3 strength training days in. Because I've decreased how many strength training days I'm doing, I was able to have fun with cycling, with football, with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, with
what else, bro?
A little bit of running.
A bit of climbing?
No, I did kayak once.
Yeah.
How did you go?
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Kayaking?
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
So good.
Yeah.
And then
I was with a good friend and one of our members, and he was just coming back from a wrist injury.
Yeah.
So like his arm was atrophied and he was like struggling a lot, but he's got a never give up attitude. And we were like down the river, we were good. So we got from like Fairfield to West End to South Bank, but on the way back we were fighting the current.
And pigeons.
And dark, it got dark, we had no lights, and he's struggling, and I'm just like, and I'm cruising, and it was a really, really good experience. I'm like, bro, we gotta keep going. He's like, bro, and like, if you stop for like a minute to recharge, you're like getting pulled back. Yep. So it's like this, it was so much fun. Yeah, but lots of different things. I enjoy the strength training, but I also like to enjoy some other movements as well. So, next year I want to continue to powerlift. I want to continue to get stronger. When I look back at my numbers and my technique, and when I first started working with you, man, I've come a long way.
Yeah, I remember when me and Darko were joking that you were gonna start squatting 140 and 150 and 160, and it's happening now.
Yeah.
I remember, you couldn't even hit depth with 60 kilos, and like, there's a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
But it's been good. Like the knee, you've had your ACL surgery, and that was pretty bad with a lot of swelling, and then it settled down a lot.
It was popping up like a puffer fish.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
Once you get the mobility, it doesn't take much to keep it.
Yeah. And you helped me with the knee. One of the many things that you helped me with a lot was controlling the volume.
Yeah.
Because I was too guilty of going too hard too soon, and then my knee would react.
Yeah.
It would puff up and it would get stiff. It would feel crap, and then I'd go, oh man, like it's hurting to do everything. And you're like, yeah, you just like played 3 games of football, lifted. Like, what are you doing? Like, cut it back. And I was like, okay, roger that. So then I was trying to bring it back. So next year I'll continue powerlifting.
Competition?
Yeah, I'm gonna compete in March, April, bro. You tell me, but I want to compete when our members go compete. I know Cass is doing a comp, and we'll see if we can get some other members and coaches. I'm looking at you two boys.
I'll be competing.
Yeah!
Powerlifting?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, nice.
Jack has just dropped a bombshell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard this before?
Nah, watch out, Svet.
Oh, you heard?
Exclusive.
Oh, exclusive drop
No,
from
I feel like,
Jack.
I don't know, the 180 session me and Jack did, man. Oh no, what was it? 160s?
160s, 200, 220.
You kicked it off.
What?
Yeah, Darko pulled 220
yeah,
the
yeah.
other day, and he's 20 kilos ahead of me. He's just like, I jumped the game on him by 20 kilos by going from 180 straight to 200, and then he did it to me going straight to 220. This is supposed to be like an 8-week process.
I'm also 20 kilos heavier than you, man, so that's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
How heavy are you?
Like 82,
Okay.
83,
85 kilo class. then.
85 kilo
Gain
class.
some weight.
Yeah, no, I want to lose a little bit of weight. I want to
Lose
do
5 kilos.
240 dead, 200 squat, 140 bench at 80 kilos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
Say that again.
240 dead, so
240
triple body
dead.
weight, 200 squat,
200 squat.
and then 140 bench.
Yeah.
Deadlift
Yeah.
bar or stiff bar?
Nah, I want to do all my training on a stiff bar,
Okay.
and then hope that the comp has a floppy one. We'll see.
Wait,
Yeah.
should we all do the same comp?
We should.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it. Maximum gains, ZAR gains.
Let's
Yep.
do the same comp.
Roll in hot.
Because this is going to keep us accountable.
Yeah.
We'll like
We'll
bust
be the
this out.
cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Up, 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 up.
Nick, I know we will be just logistic support.
Yeah, it will be logistics. Make sure you're all set.
Coffee on tap.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, yeah, I'm keen.
I'm having surgery early on in the year. I got to get a lump removed.
Yeah.
I might join you guys second half of the year.
Okay.
But I ain't no bitch.
Okay.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll bench 20 kilos if I have to.
Whatever it takes, bro. Barbell bender.
Let's go.
I'm hoping a deadlift will get me through the entire competition.
Deadlift hero.
Deadlift hero.
Yeah. Any other goals to
I could
add?
talk all
Svet?
day, man, about my goals, but continue to get stronger. I do want to continue to get more powerlifting gains. I will play football again, Arief. I'm sorry to
When
break
does
it
it
to you,
start?
bro. Probably not till like March would
Okay.
be first game, but I want to get a little bit lighter over the next 6 to 8 weeks, hopefully.
When's your bodybuilding comp?
I'm not doing a bodybuilding comp. Maybe one day.
Fitness.
No,
Board,
bro.
board shorts, bro.
Board shorts.
I'm not doing
You
board
can't do
shorts.
board shorts, and this is
I'm
one
not
guy
doing-
that needs to be doing
We gotta
some weight
unleash
loss.
the quads, free the quads.
Yeah.
I want to get leaner. I want to continue to progress at BJJ and get to at least a handful of classes per week.
How long are you growing your hair?
To here, bro.
Legit?
Yeah, and I'm going to grow my beard over the holidays as well.
Oh no.
I'm going to come back. There's going to be 2 beards.
He's gonna
at
come back
ZAR.
a wizard.
There's going to be beard 1, beard 2. With them beards.
Got to step up your game, Darko.
Till next week.
Yeah, so this guy's a wolf. My professional goals, I'm looking forward to the ESSA conference next year.
Yep.
We were meant to hit Perth this year, but it got cancelled because of the vid. Next
That'd be
year,
nice.
hopefully, it will be in Perth again whenever they can run it. It'll probably be.
virtual.
Oh no.
No way,
I
really?
saw something the other day. I was on the SL website the other day.
That sucks.
But I don't know if that's the complete one.
It is what it is.
Either way.
It is, but I don't know. But the conference, I'm looking forward to next year. Continuing to PD in the trenches with the squad. I'm learning a lot just being alongside the team. Pilates, weights, yoga, all like I really like that on the job PD that we do. I'm keen for the strength training PD
Yeah.
that we're going to be doing that we were talking about. I'm really keen to get to that. Jack and Darko, Arief and I were talking about attending like actual coaching courses that Arief knows about,
Yeah,
and
I'd be down.
I'm down. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So we could do some of those together for sure.
I'll talk more about that when it's my turn.
Okay, roger that. From the professional point of view, just continuing to do the best that I can every day for the members. I'm liking how we're prioritizing everything for the members to be the best that we can every day. So from the consistency day in, day out, from everything that's involved. Even to like dialing in my nutrition or my sleep or my other routines so that I can continue to bring my best self professionally as well. That's a big one for me. 3 hours later, I'm still talking about my goals.
Just one more question. what's the new hobby you're gonna take up in 2021, man?
Bro,
I know there's gonna be one.
In
Man.
2019, it was four-wheel driving, man. We hit Fraser, we hit Stratty, bro.
2019.
Sorry, 2020, it was four-wheel driving. So 2021, I don't know what my hobby will be, bro.
Kite surfing.
Rock climbing.
I don't know.
Nah, he'll do something
I'm
extreme.
that
man.
hobby guy.
Bouldering.
It's only gotten more extreme with the four-wheel driving now.
Skydiving.
Skydiving.
Yeah.
I have, Dad and I jumped out of a plane once.
Yeah,
Dark
no, I
horse.
meant like repeatedly every weekend.
Let's go. Let's go, bro. Sign me up, I'm there.
Max it out.
That's a good question, bro. What will the hobby be? I don't know.
Please don't be Olympic lifting.
CrossFit.
It'll be something. We'll find something, trust me.
Take up like cooking or something. We can all benefit.
Man, I suck at cooking.
Yeah. See? Something to work on. Barbecue, smoking or something.
I've been getting into barbecuing.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. I've been messing with barbecue. I got a Weber. It's black. Bro.
I love barbecue.
I got,
Got a gas
I
stove.
got the gadgets, bro.
Smoker.
Man, I'm barbecuing most nights.
Are you?
Yeah. That's one thing I've been getting into heaps in the last 6 weeks. I never used to.
Invite us over, bro.
Done.
Anytime.
Done. You watch, bro. Yeah.
Let's do it.
That was my Weber at the Christmas party, bro. Do you see it?
Yeah, I
All
did,
black
man.
is murdered.
I did.
I work.
I was working on the Weber, man. I don't know about all this barbecue.
Oh.
Hot. It was hot on that barbecue.
If I can jump in, guys, using this opportunity to thank you again all for all of the support. I wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I would like to excuse myself now. I've got other commitments downstairs. I would love to chit-chatting, with you for another hour or so, but
We're gonna be here all night.
yeah, I've got other things to do. So thanks again. Thank you. Nika, you can have the microphone.
Thank
now.
you.
Thanks, Dad.
Mic
I'll
drop.
let you out.
I'm warning you, it's quite heavy, so yeah, it's good for your biceps.
Thank you for joining in, Dad. How should we shuffle around? Should Jack come? Or do you want Jack here, or do you? If we just no?
We just get Nika to sit with
Want me to sit
him.
there?
Or Nika sits here? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Come
Darko.
on down.
2021. What's up? What's happening? This.
Hold
the mic.
All right, man.
Can you see?
Yeah, yeah.
Darko's hijacking the table. Dude's shoulders so big.
All right. 2021. Well, I'll start with 2020, man. One of the biggest things that I improved on this year was actually recovering. I am really good at training hard. I have no issue with any type of hard work, but I suck at downtime, like real bad. So one of my biggest, I guess why I found things like the lockdown not really that difficult was because it forced me to actually slow down. And that's been literally the biggest improvement for me this year. Mentally, physically, I probably haven't felt this good probably for about 6 years, I reckon. Not that I was like horribly, in any sort of pain or like mentally sort of struggling with too much stuff or anything like that. But I think I like ramped up my recovery time to a level which actually allowed me to train more consistently. As far as my professional development sort of went, it allowed me to become a much more focused sort of clinician as well. I think I really leveled up in terms of like just client care and efficiency in the way that I run my business and the way that ZAR is run and other things in my life sort of go as well. So I think training wise, I've always trained pretty hard, but recovery wise, that was one of my biggest improvements. Next year, that's really my goal, to continue to do that, because I think given the amount of time that I didn't really dedicate to recovering properly, I think I just need to keep doing that right. And hopefully with that, all the other sort of gains and results will come, which judging by this year, next year will be even better. So as far as my goals go, I think it's been about 4 years, man, that I've said I'm going to compete in a powerlifting comp, but I like Svet, have a lot of different hobbies and things that I do as well, so I never really gave powerlifting the time of day that it needed and the recovery that it also requires and all the external work outside of the gym as well. So probably one of the goals will just be to join the rest of the team and just hit it. Previously, I've been obsessed with, getting my squat to a certain level, and everything else as a result of that kind of used to fall behind because I was doing what you were doing with your knee. Like I'd push it too hard too soon, and then I'd not listen to my coach.
You tried to take up running?
Yeah, I took up running and cycling and powerlifting. Apparently that doesn't work. Don't do it. I mean, try it, but not for too long. Pick one. Pick one, maybe two, and do it. But training-wise, that's kind of the goal as well, to hit up one of these powerlifting comps and actually get on that platform and get some numbers properly on the board. I've done some pretty decent lifts in my life, but never officially, so I think it'll be a fun day whenever we decide to do that. Personally, I think just continue to develop as well. I don't think I've really read as much in my life as I have this year. I read heaps of books, man. I read like probably 20 books this year. I don't do audio sort of stuff. Podcasts I like, but I stop listening and then I miss half of it, and I haven't like really caught, I miss lots of points. When I read, I like zone out of everything completely. So I read a lot this year, actually. Some books that I sort of found more interesting. I reread stuff all the time because you miss a lot as well when you are reading, and then if something interrupts you or whatever. So I'll probably just continue to do that as well. And as far as I guess ZAR Athletica goes, continue to develop the community that we have here and support everybody in the goals that they have as well. I think one of the other reasons that I found myself sort of improving in most areas of my life is because I've seen a lot of our members, especially this year, go through a lot of tough times, man. Like people dealt with all sorts of things this year. And the fact that they kept going, I was like, well, I can't fucking give up. They're going, and they're like, some people were in, much worse off positions than what I was and what a lot of other people that I knew were as well. So I kind of felt like, not that I owed it to anybody to do certain things, but I think I didn't want to be, because I was fortunate enough to, keep working, and my family, most of my friends, everybody was healthy and well and safe. I think I kind of owed it to everybody to actually just use the time to develop rather than like complain and get too absorbed into the whole, COVID lockdown and everything else. So I guess everyone else was a bit of a driving force for me as well. I'm easily affected by external forces. Like when negative times have come along previously, sometimes I fall into the trap of kind of like rolling with the negativity that the world goes into as well. And this year, I didn't really do that at all. I didn't let the lockdown kind of stop me from progressing and developing training-wise, professionally, personally, definitely was a good thing for me. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Do you have a book recommendation for the members?
A book recommendation?
From the 20 you've read this year?
Yeah.
Look, I think one of the books that I read like 4 times, man, because in this book there's actually little exercises that you're kind of supposed to go through, and a lot of them are pretty confronting. It was actually, I know a lot of people have probably heard of this guy by now, but You Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins was like a crazy read for me. I've read the book like 4 times, man. I've listened to a lot of his stuff online as well. I think that level of like extreme training, I feel like is not the reason that he is kind of inspiring to me. I think it's more the fact that all the obstacles that he's kind of overcome in his personal life and even in his professional life as like a Navy SEAL and as an athlete, it was more like the breaking down of the obstacles. The extreme aspect of the training is definitely impressive, but it's more like the personal development that he talks about in his book that I kind of found like pretty inspiring, coming from such a shitty environment and tough times and a tough mental state himself. Like, he was pretty hard on himself, which I think a lot of people are these days. There's a lot of pressure to succeed these days, and that's kind of what really inspired me out of that book. So I would definitely recommend that. One of the books that I reread from when I was younger is actually, it's called The Journey. I can't actually remember the author. I'm really bad with like author names and stuff. But The Journey, it's a book that I read when I was like 15, and I couldn't remember some of the stuff in it. But it's basically, it's about a 16-year-old kid like leaving his home and going and traveling around the world, and like pretty much going through his like late teen years and figuring out who he was as an individual. And it made me reminisce some of the things that I'd been through as well, over the last 15 years type of thing, and it actually made me feel quite good, because it made me think of a lot of the things that I've gone through as well. And I was like, man, like I've done a lot, I've gotten through a lot, so it kind of gave me like a little bit of a boost again to just know that I can keep on succeeding and keep on helping people, and developing as a person myself as well. So The Journey, I don't know if you can even probably find it. If you need to borrow it, hit me up, leave a link, leave a comment below. But they're probably the two books that I would recommend. Yeah, that's it, guys. Arief, goals, reflections, hit us, Capman.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone at ZAR and all the members for being awesome. It's been a really good environment to work in and develop as a clinician and personally. Some reflections that I have is probably I've underestimated how much of an impact I can make on some of my clients and patients' lives. Taking someone from never really exercising, never really being active, and how much it can help mental health and physically. And then now I'm at the point where if they're not feeling well, I have to force them to stay home and not come in. When they're just like, I want to train. It's good. It's really been interesting. Were you going to say something, Nico? No. What else? I feel like when I get into something, I really get into it really deep. This year, all the time off, I've learnt a lot about like investing in stocks, and I feel like I owe it next year to really dedicate a lot of energy and time to professionally developing with more sort of courses and stuff like that, whether it's usually people fly in and then they're like a niche sort of trainer or something and they have a philosophy. I really want to go to a lot more courses like that, and I invite you guys to come with me and keep an eye out and sort of let us know if someone comes, and like we might not follow their specific social media and like they're coming and I don't, and let each other know. I feel like really want to just learn other philosophies and not sort of put yourself in a box with a training philosophy and sort of it's my way or no other way. I really want to expand my knowledge and be open to different things. That's one of the main things, and I've learned a lot about Pilates today. I mean this year. Just today. Yeah. Learned a lot about Pilates this year and how it can sort of help training and just in general. It's a totally different way of exercising, and same with yoga. Like Nika showed me some things on the mat the other day, and it's just, it can definitely benefit. It's just you got to choose something you like, and you only have so much energy to dedicate to certain things. You want to make sure you're picking things you like and it's not stuff you don't like, because there's limited hours in a day, there's limited energy anyone can give. So definitely choose things that make you happy, choose things that will sort of help you grow. I had so much to say. Training, I definitely want to get back to competing. Have a few things that I have to work through that should be settled by the first quarter of next year, and then take training a lot more seriously. I want to get back to squatting 250 plus, benching 160 plus. Hopefully chase down that 300 deadlift. We'll see. I think yeah, having access to competition equipment and stuff like that definitely helps with training, because a lot of people lift in gyms and when they get to a competition it's totally different on the day. Just consistently training on good equipment helps a lot, as you can sort of experience, like lifting on competition plates and bars. Besides that, I want to keep helping patients, clients with any way we can as a practitioner, as a coach, as a friend, just trying to be a positive impact on other people's lives. And then just keep going. How about yourself?
How about me? Well, actually, if I'm going to briefly reflect, this has been an incredible year for me. So I really appreciate all of you having me on board as part of the team. I came from a pretty rough environment before this one. And if I'm being honest, which you guys know me, I always am, I really did not even enjoy like training myself because of the like environment that I was in. I felt intimidated and judged a lot, but I don't get that here. It's actually like such a good gym. Everyone's really delightful to be around, which is quite nice. And I actually feel like I can perform way better being here. So this year at the gym, my clients have pretty much like, some of them have progressed the most that they ever have because I've been a better me. And a lot of my clients' results have just been an effect of me being a better coach, learning more, being around people that are smarter than me. That's actually something I really like. Like, I haven't listened to any podcasts or read any books, but most of my additional knowledge has come from actually you guys, especially Arief, with learning about knee pain and stuff like that. That's actually helped me, and that helps me help my clients. And one of the things I really want to do moving forward is not deliberately make mistakes, but just make sure that my clients don't make the same mistakes I did. The longer I'm in this industry and the more mistakes I make, the better off my clients are going to be. So it's been a really good year for learning, and I really want to take next year to learn some more. In terms of like, business goals, I've got quite a few clients. I don't actually have a lot of room for that many more, which is a good problem to have. I would love to get more types of clients that are really, really basic, because I've enjoyed working with, not really basic, but have a low training age, a young training age. I really like working with people to show them how strong they can be, and then work on developing that. And I really thrive off seeing new people, new to training, get really strong, and that gives me a lot of satisfaction. So I want some more of that next year. Personal training goals. In terms of my own training, as I said before, I really want to get into competing. I'm actually training at the moment pain-free, which is great. Thanks to Arief, thank you very much.
That's awesome.
I got almost no quad pain. It just takes a little bit of warming up, but otherwise I'm training pain-free. It's so sick. Like, I actually thought training was just going to be this awkward, painful chore for the rest of my life, and all of a sudden my pain just gradually started disappearing, and now I kind of like it. Yeah. It's actually kind of nice. It's less of a chore, and I've got, as I'm sure you've all figured out, like extreme body dysmorphia by now, and it's part of actually maintaining how I look. It requires me to train and stick to a pretty good diet, so that now is much less of a chore. So I'm looking forward to another year of gains coming on. What was I going to do? You talked about hobbies before?
Yeah.
So I'm really excited because like each year I usually pick like a new hobby, and I identify with what you said before about spending time actually doing things you enjoy doing, because it does actually make life a lot more easy to live if you don't waste your energy doing stuff you don't enjoy. And this year I spent a bit of time just learning another language. I learned a little bit of Spanish, and next year I bought a piano this year. So next year I want to pick up my piano, and
That's awesome.
I've been a guitar player for like 15 years, but I haven't played for 2 or 3 years because I've been focusing on my business. And now that I'm not so, I'm going to say depressed and anxious about where I work and my life, I now feel like I've got the energy when I'm not here to actually focus on things I enjoy. And I really want to pick up my guitar again, learn some music, as you guys are doing, read more books, learn a lot more, and continue to just become a happier coach and a better coach. So that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to. Yeah. A little short and sweet one, but those are some of my goals. Gonna get swole. I got to try and stay the most lean one at ZAR. It's getting pretty, it's getting hard. Svet's catching up. Yeah, I saw a vein on his quad the other day. Yeah. So
I'm chipping away, bro. You're at
Yeah.
the top, and I'm climbing.
you're climbing. Yeah.
Waterboy might make a comeback. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Waterboy the model. Yeah. Got to keep up. So that's going to take a little bit of nutrition control and consistent training. So I'm excited. Bring on 2021.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Oh nah. Gotta stay humble, folks.
I also just want to say thank you because this is like my first year of being in this environment. Like technically, like I've met, like the first time I ever stepped foot in a gym was at CBJ, where I met both Svet and Darko. And then to now actually be working as a practitioner, whether that's within yoga, having private clients, or as a Reiki practitioner as well. Like it's a completely different playing field to what I was used to as a marketing manager. So I've learned so much, and thank you for giving me the space to be able to expand, experiment, and to try and really empowered me to like really step into what I really love to do. Like I love teaching. I love being able to hold space for someone else and see their faces light up and be like, oh my gosh, I can actually do this, and I can feel better about myself, whatever that may be, whether it is Pilates, weights, or yoga, because what they can do with that empowerment is insane. We have no idea what our effect can do to that next person. We just know it can be really positive, but they can make their own ripple effects, and that's what gets me excited. So thank you for giving me the space to be able to grow and like step my little like my foot into the, what is it called? Step your foot into the water, your toe. that I don't know that saying.
Like two saying.
Wait a minute. Yeah, tippy toe. No. It's like dip your toe in the water.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Foot in the door. Something about feet. But yeah, thank you.
You've, on behalf of the whole team and myself, you're very welcome, man. It's been awesome to have a legit yoga practitioner join the team. It's been powerful. Our members, I think on behalf of our members as well, they've, the positive reinforcement and the good feedback that they continue to provide us is just week in, week out, day in, day out. It's always like, oh my God, I feel so good now. Oh my God, Nika's session was amazing. Yeah, it's really powerful. Thank you, Nico.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
All good. Yeah. Oh, and my hobby for next year is surfing. I want to learn how to surf. Yeah. Probably should get some lessons before I head out by myself.
Shortboard or longboard?
Probably a
You
longboard
need
for
to
now,
start with long.
and then
Yeah,
I
you
will
can't
go to
start
a
with short.
shortboard.
Alright, I didn't know. I haven't tried many
Bro,
hobbies.
have you ever tried surfing?
You gotta go either foam or a
Dude,
longboard.
we should do a surf
Yeah.
lesson, all of us.
Let's
Oh my
go.
God, it's so fun. Like,
Let's do one before March. That's all.
yeah, well,
get
it's
out.
hot.
Spread some weight.
Yeah.
Who's gonna remember to lock it in?
I'll do
Nika.
it.
All right, Nika's
Yeah.
gonna lock it in for us.
Yeah.
You'll
Keep
better
us
be
accountable.
available.
I'm
Let's
so
get
keen.
someone that knows what they're doing to teach us.
No, we'll go get
You're
a
gonna
yeah,
surf,
we'll go get a
like
lesson.
surf lesson.
Yeah, we'll get a legit lesson.
Not be like, oh man, I saw this on YouTube once. You stand.
Stand up and go.
I bet you Jack is like a killer surfer, like Mick Fanning.
Have you seen it? Have you seen the moves?
It's like, oh, that was one of my hobbies that I perfected 2018.
No, I don't actually do ocean things.
Can you
Like,
swim?
I can swim, but I'm not big on like water. So kayaking, canoeing, surfing, boating, none of that is my jam. Yeah.
Sunbathing.
That's good.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's good.
It's a bunch of stuff I suck at. So there you are.
Oh, kayaking is good though. I remember my one of my old bosses took me out for a kayak early morning down in Sawtell, which is near Port Douglas. But I was like so busy looking at the sunrise, like taking photos. He like suddenly gave me a kayaking lesson. He thought I didn't know how to kayak. And I was like, no, I know how. He was like, okay, so you just put the paddle in and then you kind of sweep it down and go up, because I kept stopping. He's like, it took us 15 minutes just to get to the mouth of the river. And then I understood what he was doing, and I was like, no, I can kayak. It's okay.
Yeah.
But it's fun. You should give it a go.
Oh, I will.
Good.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'm up for new things. I'm always up for trying new things. And I think learning stuff, outside of your work environment is really important to keep your mind fresh. I find that trying to milk myself just like of training knowledge all the time can get a little bit rough. So I really love learning anything else. It just keeps your mind real fresh, ready to go. And you're overall a happier person for it, I believe anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hobbies are important. Yeah, good happy hobbies. Yeah.
That's it.
Care to comment, Arief? You look like you had something you want to say.
What has been a hobby of yours that you tried but you were like, nah, not for me?
Care to comment?
Man, I'm pretty boring. Yeah. Ooh, a hobby
I
I've
love
tried.
how we're just like mics to Arief.
Walking.
Walking.
What?
Yeah, like not even kidding. Like at the start of coronavirus, I was going on heaps more bush hikes, as you could see from my Instagram. Yeah, and then we got lost, and it took like 4 hours to get home, and they were like, we haven't gone on a walk since.
Oh my god, PTSD.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember when you got lost. Like, you're
No, we walk my brother's dog a couple times a week.
Where
and,
were you?
we were at
there was like
Daisy
time,
Hill
sorry to
Conservation
interrupt.
Park.
There was like time snaps and like your face just
Yeah.
like progressively over the walk just
Yeah.
looked like more and more like devastated.
Yeah.
This is fine.
That was so funny. That was the
Yeah,
funniest
it was
thing.
pretty bad, man.
I'm having a
was-
good time.
It was supposed to be an hour hike before we went to go get KFC. It turned into like 4 hours. Everyone hated each other by the end of the hike, and we just went home and had a nap, and that was it. Yeah. Yeah, but walking, what else?
Camping, man.
Yeah, camping's good.
Come on.
Yeah. I'm pretty keen to go camping some more, especially when like you set up and cook, and it's mad.
How was your first
Darko does
day?
it.
I'm keen to try some Svet's barbecue when we go camping.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Same.
Load up the barbecue on the Raptor, strap it down.
Yeah, really keen to go
Yep.
camping again. Even Wendy, man, she's like, oh, let's go to BCF. We need a tent. I'm like, no, we don't. we need a cast iron pot to cook what Darko did. And I'm like, yeah, so we'll see. We should tee up a trip.
Cooking lessons.
A beach camping trip, so then we can do surfing as well. We can go surfing as well.
Yeah, that will be good.
Everything, hit it all at once.
Yeah, let's do it. Do we have enough four-wheel drives?
We have enough forward drive.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that. We got the four-wheel drive front sorted.
Yeah.
That's one thing Darko and I did in 2020.
Yeah?
Yeah, just four-wheel drive, gang.
Yeah, nice.
Big wheels. I don't have them yet. Darko got them.
Yeah, and I've
Jet skis.
Have you
got it-
seen Darko's four-wheel drive? It's a tank.
Yeah, it is.
There's war ready.
Yeah. The fridge is good when you're camping.
Does he have a fridge?
Yeah, man. What
No
does
way.
he have a fridge?
I got a fridge, man.
It's
I got
pretty big, eh?
Antennas, walkie-talkies.
For like 7 weeks straight, all I heard was stories about the fridge.
Oh, okay, you're being sarcastic.
He was being sarcastic.
He was just talking about his fridge, bro. He was like, bro, I'm gonna get a dual battery. It's gonna be fitted in the back.
Bro,
I'm
you
gonna-
need some cokes. You got some in the fridge.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You want a beer? Bro, I got a fridge.
But is it see-through?
No.
No, it's all good. But yeah, no, that's it. More camping. I don't know. Australia is a really good place to be, and I feel like people need to explore their backyard more. We don't need to travel to Europe or Bali, even though those places are cool. But there's a lot to go. Gold Coast, Byron
Yeah.
Bay, up north, like,
Fraser Island. is a great place as
1770.
well.
yeah. I feel like we should explore our own backyard and go from there. I do want to go to Europe though. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
It's so true, man. I hit Fraser Island for the first time this year. I know we talk about it at work a lot, but I've never been to Lake Mackenzie before that trip. Have you been to
No,
Lake?
I've only seen photos.
Oh,
I need to
man.
go there.
That place is untouched. It's beautiful. It's one of the nicest places I've been to out of all the places that I've visited. The water is so clear, the sand is so pure, and the water's it's like fresh water. Yeah. It was. We were there in winter. We went for a swim. It was like the nicest thing ever. It's like you take this track like through the bush on Fraser Island to get there. It's like real bumpy, and you're cruising for like almost an hour. You're going through like these little tracks.
It was wild.
Yeah.
Have you gotten bogs, Svet?
Never been bogged.
Yo, Darko, when he gets bogged, can you just like run the camera the whole
Never
time?
been bogged. But Darko, have you been bogged?
I was running 20 psi.
Darko got bogged on
I was
Fraser.
running 20 psi. That's
What,
all I'm gonna
turbo
say.
or wheels?
No, wheels.
Okay, just
Tire
checking.
pressure.
Mistake. I shouldn't. 16. 16 at the Gala Rocks.
This is one of the.
And I also had most of Svet's stuff in my car. So
Yeah, I heard you had the whole cruise stuff
the
in your
whole
car.
cruise
You're a bit weighed down, eh?
the Raptor went real well because there was only an esky and it was empty.
This is one of those jokes that like only we will get. The
Yeah.
community's like, what is going on?
Nah.
But for the record, Darko got bogged in his driveway. The Mazda just not.
In your
she's
driveway?
not capable. Yeah.
Nah, I got bogged. I got blocked. I got blocked. Never again.
Do you have gear? Like,
I
do you have
got
tracks
All
and
the
stuff?
max tracks.
I
Yeah,
got max tracks, I got snatch straps, I got...
Because I'm just gonna drive past you. No, I'm just kidding. You got the food. You got the food.
You know, there's a guy in the complex that I live in. Since you've gone out and bought your dream car,
yeah, golf.
there's a guy that has a sticker that says, "You can go fast, I can go anywhere."
Yeah. I can just hop in the back of your truck. It's all good.
Man, actually, Arief is the only person I've ever seen rock up in a Golf to camping.
Yeah, man. It was pretty good.
Straight up, when camping in a Golf.
Yeah, it was good. It was full of Coca-Cola.
And sleeping on the floor.
Man, I still have a bruise.
Best thing for your back, hey.
It wasn't bad.
Free Cairo.
Yeah.
Free Cairo, man. Cairo.
I'm going to kick off a topic, and we'll start from this end if that's cool.
Sure.
Jack, what are you going to do over the holidays? What are you looking forward to? Because today's our last day of work, technically, right?
Yeah.
For some of us. But we're even like those of us that are working, it's like low-key stuff. What are you looking forward to, and what are you guys going to do over the break?
I'm actually looking forward to spending a bit of time with my family. Actually, visiting my brother's coming to visit me from Gladstone, and my dad hopefully visiting me from Adelaide. So, actually, just taking the week off to spend some time with the family. I think a lot of people have missed out on seeing family interstate and internationally. So, it's a pretty rare time that this is all happening. I think around Christmas. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Some sleep-ins. Not having to start at 6. I'm looking forward to that. I'm still going to be training. Can't give up on training. And I'm going to be making sure I eat plenty of good food. Meat and salad, get in me. Oh, nah, minimal baking. I'm just keen for like meat and salad for like a few weeks. Yeah, got to make sure I come back in January shredded, leaner than Svet. I mean, it's not hard. Yeah.
No, it's real. Be real, bro. Let's be real, Jack.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good. So that's me. What about you, Arief?
I ain't hitting that meat and salad.
Barbecue, swim. Have a puppy now, so learn how to train a puppy. I'm gonna be calling you Jack.
Yeah.
Jack knows a lot about training
Yeah.
dogs, like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying not to eat too much, eating nice food, swimming, tanning, training. Yeah. That's it.
Funny you should ask. I'm going to Fraser Island. Yeah, just spending some time with family as well over the next few days over Christmas, and spending time with my daughter and my wife and my parents. My brother's just had a kid recently, so hopefully I'll see him a little bit more. And then, yeah, like I said, I'm literally going to Fraser Island for 7 days. I've been hanging out for this like all year. I knew it was happening when I came back from Fraser last year. So that's going to be great. They had like bushfires over there.
Yeah. That was
Which
messed
is going to
up.
actually be pretty crazy to see, because like 70-something% of the island was burnt. And
Whoa.
yeah, it was crazy. Don't light fucking campfires when you're not meant to, please.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, apparently. But I
Really?
believe
Is that
it.
how it started?
Yeah, I've seen it happen like a billion times where people just chuck some sand on a fire and then
Leave.
yeah, like they just leave or go to sleep, pass out or whatever, and then you get Fraser Island on fire for like a month and a half or something. So it was pretty full on. But places like that regenerate pretty quickly as a result of bushfires as well. So it'll be cool to actually see it like come back. From what I've been reading and sort of seeing, people have been saying it's actually good for that type of environment.
Okay.
For that to happen, probably not on that like large scale level, but the burning there kind of it helps it to regenerate. I'm going to keep up my training as well, as much as I can. For the time that I'm away, I'm just going to be doing sort of floor-based and Pilates exercises, just to keep up mobility and sort of just enjoy moving and not sort of compressing the body too much with heavy sort of training. And then hopefully in the new year hit it pretty fucking hard and just go ham with training. But listen to my coach. I will listen, I swear. And read my program properly. 50% of the time I wanted to do the reps that he prescribed, but just kind of like forget mid-set, and I'm like, I'll just do one more just in case.
It's the maths that gets it.
It's the mat. I'm gonna do Svet's
25, 10,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
45 reps.
Yeah.
45 reps it is. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So just enjoy it. Just recharge. Like I said, recovery is like one of the biggest things that I've been aiming to work on for the last year or so. So I think this is a good opportunity to reset, kind of reflect on the year properly when you're out of the environment that you're normally in. That's the reason that I love places like Fraser and heaps of other places around us here, because you kind of disconnect from your phone, from social media, from even seeing, I guess, people that you normally see as well. And I think it's a really good opportunity to kind of step back and really enjoy like a peaceful place where you can take a bit of time to be silent and reflect on what's happened and goals for the following year. While I've got the mic, this place has literally been a fucking dream come true. Thank you, Svet. Thank you, Nika, Peter, Arief. You trusted me to sort of kick off a career here, man, and thank you for that. I think the most growth that I've sort of seen with our clinicians, you've all done amazing here, but crazy results. Jack, thank you, man.
Ooh.
Svet and I kicked off our lifting together on a Smith machine, trying to hit 100 kilo benches. At probably, I don't know what it's like now, but it was a small gym, put it that way. And to end up here working with one of my best friends is like, I don't really think a lot of people can say they've done that. So thank you, man. Oh, fuck, I'm not crying. You cry. I'm not crying. So thank you guys, and thank you to all of our members. Like I said earlier on, you guys have been a big driving force for me personally and professionally, and I hope that we can continue to support you guys in the future and get some gains, get some results. Thank you. Svet?
If there's ever an opportunity to nominate an ambassador for Fraser Island, I think we should nominate Darko.
I nominate myself.
It's like the dude's, he's done quite a bit of traveling, and it's like by far his favorite place on earth. Yeah. And when we were there on our last camping trip, Darko was always like, yo, like, let's look after the land. Like, we've got to follow the rules. Like, let's not do this, let's not do that. So I know how passionate you are, man, about like like it's pretty sad, the fact that someone's lit up the fire. So it's pretty cool that you share that.
Don't do it.
I think I'd like to start by saying thank you to everybody. Like, first off, every single one of you guys, the staff. Without you guys, this place doesn't exist, literally, because you guys are the ones that are here to greet the members and look after our community when they walk in, and when they stumble in for coffee, and then they're like, oh, there's training. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, as a team, it's us that are on the front and greeting the community, making everybody feel welcome. Like, that was pretty powerful what you said about first names and like walking into gyms. The amount of, especially when I used to do more exercise physiology work, the amount of times that I've met members of the community that have had a terrible experience in a gym, and they've then on the back end of that said, oh, exercise is not for me, gyms aren't for me, training is not for me. It's crazy how often that happens, because they walk into a training facility and they don't feel like there's any trust or there's any rapport or there's any, that they're being looked after, and it's Joe Blow's in the mirror kissing his biceps and flexing, and he's the coach meant to be looking after them. I'm not. Why are you guys looking at Jack?
He's got big biceps.
What are you looking at me for?
Hey, nothing against guys with big biceps. Nothing against guys with big biceps.
I've only seen him do that like twice.
Only twice.
Whereas I think here we put our community first, we put our members first, we put our clients first, our patients, and I think that speaks volumes. So thank you guys for continuing to put our community first. I appreciate it a lot, and we literally wouldn't be sitting here 12 months later if it wasn't for you guys first and foremost, and then our community that's continued to support us and be a part of this. So thank you to everybody. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Arief. Thank you, Darko. Thank you, Nika. And Peter downstairs, Dad, the Jack barista. And everybody else that's behind the scenes as well. Shout out to my girlfriend Sophia, who helps a lot with the marketing and business side of things behind the scenes as well. So thank you to Sophia as well. And really, like this list could go on and I could be here for 3 hours, but the support that we've got. Oh, shout out to the Klick Media boys as well. Without you guys, you know, a lot of this wouldn't be possible from an online presence point of view and the fun that we're having with our YouTube channel. So thank you, Michael, thank you, Joe, and the boys that aren't here as well. What I wanted to say is like our wider community as well, like the members that help out, but our friends and family that comes in and helps and supports ZAR as well. Huge shout out to you guys as well. No need for us to name them individually, but you know who you are. Thank you guys. You know, you guys, I guess through the team, you guys have gotten your friends and family and your partners involved as well, which is really nice. So thank you guys for that. I feel like we're doing an outro, but it's...
Yeah, what are you doing for Christmas?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what,
you were
that's
just
what
about to tell us.
Yeah. Christmas for me is a really nice family time. Summer is my favorite time of year. If I could just have summer all the time, yeah, the heat, the cold.
I'm just like running, cycling, kayaking.
Or like,
Anyway, summer?
I love summer, man. Like the heat doesn't bother me at all. I know Arief comes in and he's like, man, close the doors, AC on, let's go. And I'm like, it's weird. I like that heat, man. I like feeling that Brisbane heat.
Until
Yeah,
you
it's
start
nice.
squatting.
I
It's
don't
like you're
mind.
just sizzling.
Yeah.
So good.
You walk out the front door, it's like, whew,
Yeah.
just hits you in the face. So, just chilling out with family, enjoying nice meals, dinners, hanging out with my mates, barbecuing. So first and foremost, like, just enjoying summer with the family, and then enjoying, I guess, the outdoors. So I want to do lots of day trips. I'm going to Burleigh with my family for a week. So I'll be hanging out there, doing some training, swimming, coffees. But then day trips, I want to enjoy some forward driving. If I can hit Fraser with this madman. But
7 hours away worth the trip.
it can happen.
From
Keep up training over the break. I love movies, so catch up on some movies and things. Tennis season kicks off in summer. I think it just starts like close in the break. Yeah, tennis, man. Tennis. First week in January is like, it was Brisbane International, now it's the ATP Cup. So I don't know what's going on with COVID and where they're playing and what they're doing, but watch a lot of tennis.
Remember that guy that got disqualified for doing something?
Whoa, man.
What was his name?
I can't remember. Ronaldo?
This,
Is that because he was angry?
this,
Did he throw his racket? Was that him?
He-
this is a funny story. Jack, earlier this year, Jack didn't know who Novak Djokovic was. It was
The guy that... Is he the guy that pulls his wedgie every time?
no, that's Rafael Nadal.
He's the guy with the Reiki symbol on his shoe, no?
Yeah,
Yes.
Nika knows. He's got a Reiki.
He
symbol.
also does Pilates.
There we go.
Anyway,
He's just the
you're
ultimate.
pretty upset about that.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh.
He's holding it together really well right now. So you're
He's hanging
eyes
on.
twitching.
Like,
and,
Smash the ball into
He,
someone?
he hit a ball into someone's throat.
Anyway.
other things that I'll be doing, that's probably about it, man. Hey, just enjoying the break,
just-
vibing out.
Unwind and sort of get ready for a big year.
Recharge.
Oh, I'm doing some renos around the house. I need to paint my fence.
Bro. Are you going to get a spray gun?
No. Just
Cook some mad barbecues and I'll help.
I think he's
Okay.
trying to recruit right now.
Deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I'm coming, Fraser.
Forgot what I was going to say. Never mind.
Barbecue. Chibami.
Anyway.
I've got lots of family time, so I'm so excited just to like have family, like my mom, my dad, my brother, like at home in like the house I grew up in. So it's so good. On Sunday we're going to have like one of those like barbecue boat thingies, I tried to explain it to my mom, like,
They're awesome.
They're really cool. And I was like, Mom's like, okay, is it like a boat? And I was like, well, it's like a platform with a barbecue and you stand on it. She's like, we'll fall off. And I was like, no, you're not gonna fall off it. But so a lot of time, my family, a lot of like coastal trips as well, and a lot of earthing. I just want to like walk on the rocks on like just no shoes on ever. But I decided on my way here, I was like, I'm gonna take a solo trip up to 1770. I don't book a hostel or something and just like stay there for like 2 nights and just drive up by myself and use Mum's car, because my car will probably like stop at like, who knows, halfway there. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Just chilling and just connecting, reflection.
You could join our call.
It's your call. Oh,
Barefoot shoes. Join our call.
I did, but I've got Nike ones. That's the thing. You saw them and you're like, nah.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly. Halfway there. See. It's gonna be different.
1770.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never
It
been,
is
I've
the
never been there.
best. It's really cool. Like the first time I went with my girlfriend and we like drove, well she drove up there and because there's a campsite at the bottom, but we just had our camper van and we just parked at the top. So you just have to make sure like there's no police so that you don't get fined. Then you stay up there, full moon, and so you just like go back and forth, and we stayed there for 2 nights. It was so good. That's where I did like my first surfing lesson. It's really fun. It's the best place. Highly recommend.
Those barbecue boats, we're meant to be getting one for like 1st of Jan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
like a little pontoon
Yeah,
boat. Yeah, it's like a little houseboat, but half the size of a houseboat.
Yeah.
There's a barbecue on there and you can like
You just
cruise
chill.
around the canals. Yeah.
Are you taking your Weber?
No, there's a barbecue on
Comes
there.
with it.
I
Bro,
know.
it's portable.
It ain't no Weber, man. Let's see.
That's basically it. Doing a few deadlifts. I'm just joking.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just joking. When we come back. Yeah.
Speaking of deadlifts.
It's time to train.
Time to hit them
Actually
deadlifts.
is.
It actually is.
What are you doing today, Darko?
Oh, I don't know. I came in last
250?
week with the I hope so, man. If I can,
250.
if
What
I
do you
can
if-
pull that.
Nah, tell us what you're lifting, because
I don't know. Last week
Last
I was meant to be on a holiday, but then I wasn't. So I had a week.
Under the mic.
I had a week where like if I could have that week all the time and train like that, it would be amazing. But I hit a 220 last week, which I've pulled before. If I can match my heaviest ever deadlift, which is a 250, with the way that I feel right now physically, it would be absolutely amazing. So right now I have very little pain and niggles in my body. If I can beat what I've done previously, so I'll take a 250, 2.5 any day. 250.5
On a stiff bar.
on a stiff bar. Yeah, actually my last 250 was on a Texas bar, which is a little bit easier, I think. So if I can hit anything over 250 today, I will be over the moon. So check my Instagram. Yeah, it'll set me up for a good year next year. And I'll finish the year off pretty well. So we'll see what happens. I've been sitting.
250 today.
I'm just going up. I'm going up until the weight literally can't leave the floor.
This is
So
gonna be fun to watch.
yeah, it's going to be real fun.
Real fun.
Yeah.
I might bring it around this way and let Jack start with like a bit of a message to the community and I guess your outro for the year. It is a Christmas special that we're doing. So if you have any words or
Yeah.
or a bit of an outro message or whatever you want to say to the community and all
I'll-
your clients.
Listen, you know, nothing special. I say the same thing pretty much every year. Check my Instagram. I did a post about this. It's Christmas time, people. Just eat some cake. There's always next year. Just do it. I don't care if you come back fatter or weaker. Just make sure you have some fun. Fun is important. Trust me. There you go. That's my outro message.
Yeah.
Eat some cake. I'm gonna be. Maybe. I won't be making any, but I'll be eating some. Yeah.
If you drink too much caffeine, stop for a little while, because then you can sleep and your headaches will happen when you're not at work. So it's a good time to stop caffeine for a little bit.
Oh,
That's
for
my
real?
plan, yeah.
Oh.
I'm cycling off caffeine for a little bit. 1 bottle of Coke a day max. No coffees. for a few days and then I'll be good. Because I've been living on caffeine so much.
I'm there for you, man. You call me if you need a support person. Man.
Or I'll be asleep.
Outro message for the community. Look after each other, even if you don't know somebody that well. Be nice. One of my favorite sayings ever is from Scooter, the DJ. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
Whoa.
No, I actually love that saying. I know his music is questionable, but he did that well.
Yeah. I'm mic'd up.
You got a mic.
Man, I really, it's hard to back up after those. Those are some good messages, you guys. My Scooter back in the house.
Give us some David Goggins.
Goggins, bro, Goggins. I guess firstly, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Enjoy this time of year, whatever this means to you. And I know that we probably all have different things that we like to do this time of year, and Christmas means different to different people, and that's absolutely okay. So I guess Merry Christmas. I wish everybody lots of good health and happiness for this time of year and always. Thank you, everybody, and see you guys in 2021.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Look after yourself. Literally, just acknowledge how far you've come, no matter what your goals are. And thank you for turning up for yourself, whether it was in training, at work, or really just getting through a really tough year. It has been really challenging, but don't forget to acknowledge yourself and just give yourself like a big tight hug and practice self-love and compassion, because it's so important to acknowledge yourself. And if you haven't gotten all the goals done that you wanted to do this year, do it next year. Literally, it's 2 weeks away. It's okay. Set it up again. Acknowledge the things you've done that you may not have done so great, and just continue working on it. But just have fun. Do things that make you happy and light you up from the inside out. Don't do the things that you don't want to, because life's too short. So thank you. Merry Christmas, and see you in 2021. Namaste.
If you've made it this far in the video and the ZAR Special for 2020, thank you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. Leave us your comments. Tell us what you think. Get involved. We're having fun documenting and getting on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and all of those things. Thank you, everybody. We out. We're gonna go watch Dunk and Deadlift.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you, everybody.